All right, guys, welcome back to the Chancla Chronicles Podcast. My name is Ryan Hernandez, along with my good buddy and co-host, Julio Ibarra. Julio, tell him what's up.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
Welcome back. This is, so you know, Chentes Favorite Podcast. If you ask him, he might tell you different, but he's lying to you.
If you ask him, he's going to take it as you challenging him as a man. So if he pistol whips you, you've been warned by us already, and we have no legal obligation.
We have no legal obligation on your medical expenses.
Exactly.
And probably that happened in Mexico, so you have no lawsuit at all whatsoever.
Exactly. The lawyer you try to hire, he's gonna pistol whip you too. So don't it's all bad. Just don't do it. Don't ask him.
They're gonna make you donate your car to KRS's Cars for Kids. Fuck out of here.
You try to sue us or Chente, you're gonna wake up in a bathtub with full of ice with a note on your chest saying
and a bunch of modelos.
and a note on your chest that says go to the hospital, you're missing a kidney. But
hey, the only reason you wake up is because some dude from the party all coked out comes and grabs a beer out of the bathtub that you're in.
Right. Fuck, bro.
Fuck, man. Well, it's been crazy lately. We're in the middle of a fucking dead heat storm. How have you been over in LA?
Man, it's hot as balls out here, bro.
Dude, it is fucking balls stinking season right now. I'll put it this way. If you have a girlfriend and in this weather, whether you're in New York where I'm at or you're in LA where Julio's at, and she fucking gives you head, that is a good woman. Put a fucking ring on her finger, because she is dealing with fucking smells that no one knows about. And same vice versa.
Well, it's either that or get her tested for corona, bro, because she might not have any taste buds and no sense of smell, bro. That could be your pre-test to the test.
You know, gives you head and then gag.
Hey, you know how they ask you for symptoms? You put you go under other, and then you put
at the fucking county hospital in fucking downtown. They're just making you fucking blow bums and you're taking anything? Nah.
Hey,
automatic, you got it.
It's like the fucking like the glory holes in the pornos, just fucking dicks are out, and that's it. That's how you find out.
Some girl gags and throws up, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you're good. You don't have to."
Man.
Man.
Bro.
And the crazy thing with the heat is it's fucking you can't go anywhere. Nothing's open because normally you can get up, you can go to the beach. I was never a beach person. I was always like a Six Flags. For us, it was Raging Waters. You guys had Hurricane Harbor. That's what you guys had. Hurricane Harbor.
No, and then they got the Raging Waters out here too.
Hurricane Harbor. That was always you can't even go to that. Where am I gonna pee in a pool in public? Is what I'm wondering.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, no, it's terrible, man. You can't. There's really none of that stuff's available right now. You know, everybody's at the beach. So on a regular hot day, people are going to be at the beach regardless. And then right now, with that being the only thing, that's where people are at, bro.
That shit's dirty as hell, dude. I fucking hate that shit because, I just hate sand in your feet, or just you always find sand in random places.
Yeah. That's like if you, me personally, if I go down there, it's I already know my car's just going to be like a fucking shitstorm in there. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be sand everywhere in the glove box. It's just gonna be in your pocket. You're gonna get
your seatbelt can't click because it won't go in.
Exactly, bro. It's man, and that's just the car. And then your fucking ass crack has the sand, and fucking all in your nuts. Come on, bro.
Everything. It gets all shapy and rough.
Exactly.
I will say this though. I'm happy because this was another year for me to where I'm still in fucking t-shirt in the water type of body.
So you're good.
Yeah, so I'm good for that. Yeah, so I don't have to go out and do that because like every year that's how I measure myself.
Hey, but what about okay? So I mean, I'm a t-shirt in the water type of guy too. But
you know why?
Why?
Because you're a respectable Mexican man.
Of course, exactly.
You see all these fucking white people with their fucking
with the little
dude with their big old fucking tarantalas and their big old belly hanging out, and it looks like their fucking panza and their thighs and their fucking junk.
Hey, you're just like, you see him from the front and you're like, this motherfucker's naked, until you see him from the side and you see a little bit of the little tarantara. That shit happened to me, bro. That shit happened to me in Vegas. I was like, no, like I'm chilling at the pool. I'm like, well, I'm chilling poolside, and then I look over, and I'm, hold on.
Real quick, were you wearing your good T-shirt? Wait, because it goes like this. For those of you, for you chubby motherfuckers, you know this. You fucking in good shape with a fucking tribal tattoo on your left arm, motherfuckers know nothing about this. But when you go for a weekend,
and some of them have the tribal tattoo on the lower back, bro. I see some guys like that. I see some guys rocking the tramp stamp, and it's like, man.
You just look at their girlfriend and start laughing, and they know why you're laughing.
Exactly. It's like,
hey, make excuses.
Exactly.
No, but when you go, like, let's say you go to Vegas for the weekend, you have your good fucking pool shirt. There's one where it's kind of loose, but it's not.
Yeah.
You have the other ones your tias bought you that are just there. Fuck it, I'll wear it. It's not dirty.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I've been getting a little bit more adventurous, and I've been doing the good tank tops, with the different kind of logos on it, to get a little bit of a tan going while you're in there. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah. You know what I bet though? What's funny about it is I guarantee you, fucking Mexico, the fucking water parks are still open. They don't give a fuck.
I'm pretty sure they are, bro.
Dude,
they didn't give a fuck before the pandemic. So imagine now, like. They're like we might die or we might go hungry. I mean, they're going balls to the wall on that one.
Dude, Mexican fucking water parks are the shit. I fucking love them. I didn't ever really thought nothing of them until I went to one over by Escaret.
Okay. Mr. Fancy. I thought you were gonna say Playas de Tijuana, bro. I thought you were gonna say
the Adelitas water park.
Hey, this motherfucker went Adelitas, and they put you in a hot tub, and then they said that was your water park. You were off pedo.
The ride was a 300-pound girl that came in.
The bartenders are holding you underwater, trying to fucking drown you. That's your water park? Fuck.
They take your passport. They won't give it back until you return the swimsuit.
Hey, you get to the border. The custom guy's like, how come you passed by here 6 times today, Ryan? You're like, fuck. What are you talking about?
Business do you have? They're like the Ryan we know is 5'6".
Right? Everybody, Starbucks. Damn, bro. You went to this fancy water park.
I went to fancy water park, dude. Hungover as fuck. I didn't want to go because we were there for a wedding, and like we got shit faced the night before to where you're like super drunk, and like I remember we even paid off one of the fucking dudes to show us this like private pool, and we're all fucked up. They're like, oh yeah, and we went in there with chonies and everything. We have swimsuits, and this is at the hotel. And so the next day they had a trip thing to the water park, and I'm like, we're not going. And my wife made me go, and I was fucking pissed off. I was still drunk, trying to sleep on the fucking bus. Couldn't. Once we get there, dude, fucking literally I was like, all right, I'm going in the water, and I just laid there like a dead body with a floaty for 2 hours. But then later on, dude, they have these fucking slides and shit like that are dude, dangerous as fuck. Dude, I went on one. No joke. It was like, fuck. We're on the stairs for a good minute. So I'll say I want to say 6 or 7 stories high. Building wise.
Shit.
And what happened was there's 4 slides that just go in a swirl all the way down. And so as we went, they tell you, they go, hey, when you go, keep your body down, because if you try to look up, you'll slow down. You want to get as much speed as possible. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm fucking good. So I'm going and I'm trying to look, and I was going up a little bit. And I literally stopped in the middle of the slide.
Oh, shit.
And one guy screams at me, goes, pendejo! Pendejo! Like, get down. And I go, his first was pendejo.
Yeah.
And so I go down and I make my body and you start fucking picking up.
That guy sees some shit. If he yelled at you pendejo like that, he sees some shit. He's seen a guy probably ram another guy fucking dead on while he stopped right there. So he sees some shit, bro.
He probably thought he was gonna get free stuff because I was gonna die with somebody. He goes, oh, mira, está bonito.
Yeah. That's probably what it was. So, or they doctors pay every time somebody dies. He's like, shit, I'm already -5 this week. Get the fuck down, pendejo. Fuck.
So what ended up happening was I started going down and I started getting cocky and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna make myself aerodynamic. I got all pumped up and I still I squeezed myself together and I pointed my toes
oh shit.
and then,
you're jacking off in the tube. Is that why you stopped, Ryan? Is that why you stopped originally?
That's what they call me, pendejo.
Because you're sitting there just jacking off in the middle of the tube, like you're playing some kind of perverted Mario Kart or something, bro. You're trying to shoot it to the guy behind you.
I'm not throwing mequitos over my shoulder.
You're doing the reverse Spider-Man and shit.
Dude, so I started picking up speed, bro. I started dude, it was I was on the Jamaican bobsled team. That's how fast I was going. Dude, where I tried to lift my head up. I couldn't lift my head up. That's how fast I was.
Oh fuck.
And dude. And so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm going, dude, and I swear to God, I go, and so the way it goes is at the end of it, you go into the pool. You get up, you get out. It's all good. I was going so fast around this shit because you're going around, and you're going so high that you're picking up speed. Dude, I fucking was going, I'm seeing the slide above me, shoo. Then, dude, everything went white. Everything went white. And I was I thought someone came all over me. I came on myself.
You fucking died, bro. That was Jesus. You went to Jesus.
Jesus is another one from that guy.
He's like, fuck. He's over there fuck. I already told Jose to fucking take care of these guys.
I was docking 5 for everyone that died on him.
Fuck. He's like, Jose's not getting paid shit this week. Fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna owe us. No, so dude, I saw white, dude, and it was weird. I couldn't get up. I was fucking dude, I swear to God, this thing is only maybe 4 feet of water, maybe less, and I slid into it and I couldn't get up. I'm like, I'm struggling, which is making me worse. And then I got saved by a fucking 5'4" Mexican, probably from Oaxaca.
Damn, bro.
I was like, ¿También, señor?
Bro, so what happened though? Do you know what made you not be able to get up, or?
I think just the speed of it. That's what I'm saying. They're fucking crazy. Here they have all these regulations.
You know what I think is just well, yeah, of course. That's what I'm gonna tell you too. Because shit's not regulated in Mexico, and
that's what I'm saying. You go to Hurricane Harbor, they're well, the circumference of the diameter of where you hit, this will actually be terminal velocity, and you can't do that.
Yeah. Or even if they do have something like that in Mexico, they pay off the right guy, and then they're gonna say, yeah, it's cool, and then that's it, So just quick piggyback on that is just because my thought. This is my thought exactly when I was in Cancun last
Oh,
December.
look at fancy over here.
Yeah. Hey man, we got enough TJ points to make it over to Cancun. So
I got bit by a crocodile on fucking Nayarit, so they let me go.
so they said it was okay that I could go to the Cancun location now. Nah, so you know, we go check out the pyramids and everything, and then on the way back out, I'm parked right next to this huge zip line that goes over this lake, right?
Wait, you're driving in Mexico?
Yeah, I'm driving, bro.
I drive. Dude, you got balls.
Hey, I drive in Mexico, bro. I drive, and this is not to brag. This is just like,
this is 100% bragging right now.
No, I'm saying like I've done it to where it's like I don't want to, but I've done it, bro. I've done it, and I mean, I think the first time that I drove deep in Mexico was I was like 20, 21, something like that, bro. And I was in Sinaloa. Yeah. Trip out on this. So I'm in Sinaloa.
You had one of those fake bumpers filled with stuff.
But that's just how the cars are out there. So again, that's where we kept the tamales to keep them warm, you know. Yeah, that was the first time, bro. And we drove, and I remember there was a military checkpoint. And I'm with the family, you know, my mom, my aunt, everybody. And we drive by, and I'm shitting bricks. I'm like, bro, I don't want to get stopped. Like, I don't want to talk to these guys, you know? And as we cruise by, my mom's like, oh, the guy says, you know, keep driving, you're good. My mom starts arguing, like, no, how come they didn't stop us? How come they didn't check us? I'm like, what? Like, you want, like, so, because you can't hit me anymore, now you want these guys to hit me? Like, you want me to take an ass whooping?
Your mom is pro fajazos.
yeah, that's what it was. She was pretty much like, all right, I hit him now. It doesn't hurt him. Maybe this federale over here is gonna hit him, and it's gonna hurt him. So yeah. Like I said,
she pistol whips you just so you can fucking learn a lesson.
she gives him a 20, so he pistol whips me, bro. Because I didn't take the trash out like the week before at home or some bullshit. Like, but no, but I was saying, so we're we're in Cancun, and I'm getting the car and everything, and I happen to park next to this big ass zip line. That's like that was in the parking lot of outside of the where the pyramids are at, right? Yeah. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the prices, right? And then I'm doing the conversion in my head, and I'm like, bro, this is like no joke. I want to say it was like $10. And mind you, they're taxing people because they know it's a tourist area. So I'm like, they're taxing people, and it's still $10 or no more than $20. To where I'm like, man, I can't pass up a deal like this. I've never been on a zip line like this before, and for that price, why not, right?
Yeah.
So I talked to the guy. I'm like, yeah, you know, fucking, how does this work? Because you went across this whole lake, and I don't know where the fuck it was gonna send me, right? Like, I didn't know where you were gonna end up, so I wanted to find out how
you end up in Belize.
No, exactly, dude. Or worse, you end up in Guatemala or some shit. Like, nah, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. So
you remember the zip lining, the fucking sex slavery? Like, just go there. Boom, they throw you in a cage.
And you already got the harness on, so they just grab you by the harness, like, let's go. You're like, what the fuck? That's some shit. And no, so I'm asking the guy a bunch of questions, like the guy at the bottom, right? I'm asking him like, oh, so I'm gonna end up over there, and then how the fuck do I get back? Oh yeah, we'll bring you back. We got a car, whatever. And that was my concern, right? My concern is how I'm getting back to that specific spot. The whole time I didn't realize. Okay, so whatever, right? We make the deal, and that was my only concern was that. As I'm walking up these steps, and again, it's like you said, it's like 4 or 5 stories, maybe 6 stories. I can't remember. And it starts sinking in. I'm like, bro, I'm in fucking Mexico, this harness feels like it was made out of fucking used tires. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. And I'm like, this is sketch, bro. Like this is definitely sketch. And
real quick, that is the ultimate Mexican experience. Is when you're scared, you're like, oh shit, I'm in another country.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what it was. I was like, bro, I'm in another country. If I get hurt, what the fuck is gonna happen? And then that was my main thing. I'm like, bro, I became an architect at the moment. Like, nah, this is not built right. You know, that's supposed to be a load holding fucking a load holding fucking tower right here, and it's not, you know, or whatever it was. And I'm just sketched out, and I'm with my girl, right? So we're going up there, and she's just calm. She's just walking up like nothing. And,
of course she is.
Yeah, she's just like she's ready to do this thing, and I'm like, damn, I can't act like a bitch right now. She's chilling, you know, like. But that was my main thing. My main thing was like, how many people showed up to build this hungover? How many guys got paid off because it didn't pass inspection? All that shit, bro. All that shit. And then the guy goes, oh, here at the zip line, the guys go first. So I'm like, yeah. So he's setting me up,
your women.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, wait, what do you mean I go first? So, bro, I ended up getting on that thing. Super sketched out the whole way. It was cool. After all, everything was good. But yeah, that was my main thing. Like you said, right now, it's like you don't know. Or better yet, you know that they don't have the same standards that they do out here. And Mexico and Mexicans will tell you this. You know, they will tell you that shit's not, you know, you pay off whoever and it's going to get built.
Yeah. Hey, dude, honestly, and I would say this is the one thing I always think about Mexico, is it's more off the experiences leading up to it and after than it is the actual thing you're doing. Like honestly, the zip line, was it cool or was it boring? Honestly,
it was boring. It was boring. Yeah. Like the first maybe, well, when I jumped off, it was like cool, and then I was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing on this thing? This harness,
right?
Yeah, I'm like, this harness has my balls fucking, you know, it's choking my balls, and I'm like, this is not cool.
Dude, I had the same experience you did, dude. When I was in fucking Cancun too, fucking. We were walking along the beach, and then fucking we saw this little thing that was like an activity center or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And you know, Cancun for the most part doesn't, like, their beaches aren't really beaches. It's like fucking like rocky shit, and it's fucking all weird. So I go there and I go like, hey, what do you guys have available? And they're like, oh, we got jet skis, we got
the fucking banana and the parachute and all that shit.
We got the mystery box where we give you a box and you take it back to the U.S. Like all that shit. No, but they had parasailing, dude. Parasailing where you're fucking on the boat and that.
Yeah. Damn.
And my wife goes, oh, I want to do that. And I go, fuck it. How much? And we got teed up because we're by a resort. And then
of course.
And so he charged me fucking $80, and he's like $80, and I'm like, fucking $80. I'm like, this whole fucking beach isn't worth $80. But then he's like,
you're like, hey, I want to get on the parasailing. Now I don't want to buy you and your fucking family to be my fucking slaves and shit, you know.
No, so I talked them down, and fucking we keep going back and forth. We settle at $50 American dollars, and then I go, fuck it. Cool, we fucking get that set up. So he goes, all right, go to the pier. Someone's gonna fucking get you and take you. And so someone on a jet ski is gonna take you to someone that's already in a boat, already out there. And so it's me, my wife, and I. And so we're there, and some fucking dude, all fucking like fucking local, with fucking beacher dude with fucking hair in a ponytail, all fucking rockero type.
Yeah.
He pulls up on the jet ski, and I'm about to get on, and he goes, no, tu esposa. And I go, all right, fucking, my wife, she gets on the fucking jet ski. Yo, this dude fucking pulls, like, does, like, I don't know how it's called, but, like, on a biker, like, peels out in water.
Yeah.
And he fucking splashes me in front of all the fucking locals.
No.
And
what
I'm
a
like,
dick.
Dude, he splashes me. And then I look at one of the locals, I go, and I told him, me robó mi esposa, like he stole my wife. All he was missing was a leather jacket, dude.
Damn, bro.
So then finally, this other guy comes and picks me up. This little fucking Mexicano is like 5'3", picks me up and takes me over. So we go on this boat, and we're on a fucking boat, and they were pretty dope because they were like, other than the like parasailing, they took us cruising for a minute. So we're on the water, and they're going hella fast. And then it was funny because it was my wife and myself, and the John and Jane, and then there was Juan, who was right next to us. He wasn't driving. He was just the guy. He was the interpreter, and he was the guy explaining everything to everybody. And then there was Negro.
Damn.
His name was Negro because he was this black ass fucking Mexican guy.
Yeah, of course he was, bro. Like, yeah.
He was just the driver of the boat. He was known as Negro. That's all we need to know, and that was that. And I started laughing, and then the John and Jane, I don't know if that's her name, but that's just what I named them. We're just like all uncomfortable, like, Negro, what's going on here? And so we're chilling. They go parasailing first, and the same thing. It was fucking a build up. They did their thing. It was my wife and mine's turn, which was like, all right, they set me up, and then I started feeling the harness, same thing, and I'm like, yo, this feels like mad flaky. Like it feels stringy.
Yeah.
Like it was like it was actually, the rope was sewn together themselves as opposed to coming from Home Depot.
Bro, I felt safer on a ride at Six Flags than I did on that fucking zip line.
I felt safer at a ride on the county fair than I felt on that fucking.
Yeah, that's true. I felt safer in a Honda Civic than I did in that shit.
But what I will give Juan credit for is he gave my wife and I free beers because we're talking to him in Spanish. We told him we're Mexican, so he gave us free beers, and he teed up John and Jane.
Damn, he made him pay for the beers.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Hey, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that if you hit them with the Spanish down there, they'll do. You know, they won't tax you as bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they'll be like, all right, you're cool. Don't worry.
But you know, but I don't know if you know this. But they tax in Mexico. Like if you go to Cancun or any tourist spot or anything like that, they'll tax people from other parts of Mexico. So it's not just that they get us. Like people think that it's just they get you because you're from the States, but no. Like they'll get you if you're, for example, like we had people from, we had our people that rolled with us there from Guadalajara. So the dudes in Cancun, they know, they could hear. I mean, I could hear it too, but they could spot it like that. And they're like,
mad at they're mad at their colored eyes.
Yeah. Like, so they're hearing this, and I remember they asked for my buddy that I was with asked for a cab ride to the hotel, and he said some ridiculous amount. Like I can't remember how much. It wasn't that bad to me, but to him paying in pesos, it was like, nah, you're fucking tripping. I was like, what's wrong with you? And then, so then that's when I pretty much that trip let me know that I was like, damn, so they do everybody dirty. It's not just, it's not just Americans. You know what I mean? And like you said right now, if you speak a little bit of Spanish, they'll take it a little bit easier on you, but they're still getting you. They're still getting you
because they got to make a living. But there's not story. So check it out. So the same thing. I went on the parasailing. It fucking was cool for the first couple seconds. Then it sucked. I was bored. I was like, whatever.
Did they let you take a beer on the parasailing?
No, they didn't. No. But to my knowledge, I don't know because I finished my beer because I'm a good person.
Of course. Yeah.
And so, but here's where it got good. Is okay. So we get down. We're done. They took pictures of us and they're like, "Do you want to buy the pictures?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll buy them. I'll support you guys. But you got kids to feed, whatever." So what they do is they took us there on the jet skis. The jet skis come back to pick us up. They take John and Jane first, obviously. They take them out. And then Juan and Negro start making fun of them with us once they leave, and it's hilarious. They're talking shit.
Damn.
And then after, fucking Rockero again comes back to pick up my wife, and I have to give him the stink eye. And then so he picks up my wife and he takes her. And then literally it's just me, Juan, and Negro in the fucking boat. And dude, it's taking forever. And it's taking forever. And I start getting fucking like 10 minutes passes by. And I'm like, all right. They gave me a beer. I'm like, all right. Then 20 minutes passes by. And I'm like,
no way.
Right, and I go, this is getting kind of weird. And they keep giving me beers. And I'm like, fuck, are these fuckers going to try and rape me? I go, I'll punch one of them. But I go, I'm getting a punch and I'm getting fucking raped on a boat. I go, look, who gets one? I'm probably gonna get raped, but I'm at least cracking one of their jaws.
Exactly.
And so they keep talking on the walkie-talkie, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And so I guess what happened? They tell me, they go like, hey, the fucking the jet ski broke, and they go, we just have to wait here till they fix it and bring you out, dude. I'm there for like a fucking hour.
No way.
Like, but they're cool because they keep giving me beers, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, I just see from the distance a little fucking pod come, and it keeps getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And then about 10 minutes later, it comes right up to the boat. And it's a fucking little Mexican that's like fucking 5'5", 5'6", in tarantarans, and a fucking hold on, and an old school scuba gear, which is like the mask, and the snorkel that you get at the fucking swap meet, the J looking one, and he has fins, and he goes, I'm here to take you to the shore. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, the jet ski broke. I have to take you to the shore. And I go, what the fuck? And he goes, yeah. I go, all right. Dude, I have to jump out of the boat into the fucking open waters with this dude.
You jumped on his back?
No, I jumped in the water and laid back like back float. And the dude hooks my arm. And he's fucking literally with one arm like this, swimming fucking Olympic.
No way! I thought you rode him like a fucking seahorse, bro. That's what I thought you were gonna tell me. I thought you were gonna tell me you just rode this guy.
You don't understand, bro. I'm like fucking 6'1", 200.
Yeah, that's what dude. I'm picturing you. I'm picturing you right there, and then Hamid shows up and tells you, hey, let me fucking take you back. I'm here to take you back.
Yo, this dude is 5'5", no more than 160 pounds. Not even like he was like a fit guy. He was a little panzón, like a little roly-poly like me. And he was just like, someone that goes, hey, dude, it's your turn, man. And that dude, savage. That dude fucking took me to the shore. Like, I helped him out. I backpedaled with him.
Yeah.
Yo, but that dude did not complain. He fucking did what he had to do.
Hey, did you tip him? Did you tip him?
Huh?
Did you tip him?
Honestly, no, I didn't. I completely forgot.
You gotta tip that guy, bro. Because think about it. How many beers were you in?
Dude, I was like at least like 7 or 8 beers.
Exactly. You could have fucking drowned, bro. Like, you almost drowned in that fucking 4 foot pool, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I was in the fucking... Dude, that shark could have bit me, dude.
Yeah, easily.
Dude, in Cancun, they have crocodiles there. People don't realize there's saltwater crocodiles there.
Hey, I got a stash with me. Anytime I go out in Mexico, I always got a stash on me for either A, the dude that is giving me a direction somewhere or is, helping me out, or B, helps me out to not get killed or warns me of where some shit could happen.
Someone about to kill you.
Exactly. Like, hey, because I remember back on another trip that I went out in Mexico, we, my buddy, and he does this out here. Where we'll catch an Uber and, back from whenever we're out, we'll catch an Uber back home. We'll split one. And he always tells the Uber driver, this is like always, he'll say, hey, stop at, whatever, let's say Jack in the Box. And he'll tell him like, can you stop? And then, and he'll offer to get them something. 9 out of 10 times the person will be like, yeah, I'll take something to get some food. Right. So we're in Mexico now, and he does the same thing with the taxi driver. He goes, "Hey, he goes, Julio, because he knows my Spanish is better. He's like, ask this fucking guy where we can get some food." And then, so we asked. I asked him. It was like 3 a.m. or some shit, and he's like, "Oh, this taco place is open right here, and this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, but I want to go like where you guys go. You know, I don't want to go to this fucking where the shit's not gonna be good." So ends up taking us. He's like, "Yeah, you know what? It's actually pretty close by to the hotel where I'm going to drop you guys off. So let me take you guys there." Cool. So long story short, we eat with the guy. The guy, you know, my buddy tells me like, "Hey, tell this guy that, you know, he could get whatever he wants to get." He ends up eating with us. We're just right there bullshitting. And so he's going to leave, right? Oh, there was a bar next door to this taco place. 3 of the buddies that I was with, all 3 of them wanted to keep drinking. I was done for the night. I was like, I'm good. So I asked the taxi driver just to make sure. I'm like, "Hey, so the hotel's over there, right? Like, I just keep going that way." Because we paid him for the night and we tipped him with the tacos. Oh, no, we tipped the plus we got on the tacos. So yeah. The guy tells me, yeah. He's like, "Just go down this street and it's on that light, you know, make a left and that's your hotel." He's like, "Oh, your hotel's across the street, right?" He goes, "But go on this side of the street, because on that side of the street, they rob people." And I'm like, "Oh, shit." I'm like, okay. so mind you, I'm like, already, you know, we already paid him. Whatever fare he charges us, because, you know, he taxed us on that too. So we already paid him. My buddy tipped him pretty well, and then we got him tacos. So I'm like, bro, he could at least give me a fucking ride to the hotel to not get robbed, you know? So at this point, I'm like, "Hey, man, so do you think you could give me a ride to the fucking hotel? Because what if the guy who robs people across the street wanted some tacos and came on this side, bro? Like, what the fuck?" So,
he was feeling ambitious that night.
yeah, you know, he goes, "You know what? Maybe let me switch it up tonight. You know, let me go on this side of the fucking street." So dude ends up giving me a ride. He goes, "No," and then the guy goes like, "Yeah, I should give you a ride, huh? So you don't get robbed." And I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker. Like, why not?" Like,
the light bulb went off.
Yeah. He's like, "This guy actually, you know, him and his friends just bought me tacos and tipped me, and, you know, he didn't fucking."
He goes, "Hey, you're pretty smart, man. I never would have thought of that."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you're the thinker out of the group, aren't you?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll give you a fucking ride." So yeah, he ends up giving me a ride, and then like I said, I had the stash. I always had the stash, so I still, you know, I give him a tip on top of what we had given him.
No, you know what? I didn't think about that, but I always try to tip everyone a little bit better, because it makes a difference there. It really doesn't make a difference with yourself.
Yeah.
So meaning like you tip them $2 and they're like, "Fuck yeah. Fuck it. Here, open this shit for you."
Yeah. And that's the thing too, bro. Like, a lot of the spots, you could say maybe they expect it, you know, because they know you're American, so they expect you to tip big. But a lot, if you go to the local spots out there and you do that, they're like, "Oh shit," you know. And like you said, it really is like $2 would be, you know, a lot for them, and it's nothing to us, you know what I mean? And, you know, why not hook them up, and why not, you know? Of course, if they took care of you, or in this case, if you swam your ass, your drunk self from fucking, you know, point A to point B.
Literally, that dude was fucking training for the Olympics right there, dude. I was just
dude,
I was like, "If this fucker sinks, dude, I'm done."
he was the fucking Mexican David Hasselhoff, bro. He fucking came in and was like, he's like, "Súbase, señor, súbase." That's what I thought you were going to say, that you rode this fucker.
He had the buoy. Dude, mad props. That dude had no buoy, nothing. He came in tarantarans, the flippers, and the fucking snorkel mask.
And you're saying he had the old school one. He had the 99-cent store one.
Dude, the one you got at Kmart as a kid, like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, to be in the kiddie pool, right? Like, that's the one you're talking about, right? Like the one that water still sunk in your shit. Like, you were still.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Yo. Hey, that's the kind of shit that you can expect in Mexico. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go to you're not gonna go to South Beach, Florida, and pay for the same thing, and some shit like that's gonna happen. You know?
Yeah, the only you're gonna get is Corona. That's the only
of course.
thing they get out of that.
Yeah.
No, but that guy was saying the best portion of those stories are the build up.
Yeah.
And whatever happens after.
Yeah, exactly.
The actual thing you do sucks.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it was. Like I said, I was super hyped about doing it, and then again, I was nervous about getting on the thing, and that was, like I said, that was the fun part. You know, thinking back on it, that was what made it fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that's cool. That's fun. But hey, we got to get up. We got to get to our next fucking segment, Chente of the Week.
Okay.
There's been a week long of Chentes. There's been a week long of things. You got anything, Julio?
Yeah, man. I got my Chente of the Week is gonna be my Chente is gonna be Hector's cousin. You know, I know we talk about Hector a lot on this podcast, but it's gonna be his cousin, bro. It's gonna be his cousin who doesn't who Hector never kicks him down with any money or never takes him to anything fancy. And he finally was able to make it. I don't know if you guys follow baseball at all or know what's going on, but they're playing all the games with no fans in the stands. So a lot of these teams are doing cutouts, right? And Hector's cousin is right behind home plate, you know. He's there. First time. I think that's the first time he's ever been to a game before the opening pitch, and isn't drinking in the parking lot. So, you know,
no, he drove to the parking lot and drank just because of that.
Just exactly. He
didn't get to go in. He didn't get to go in, but his cardboard cutout is right behind home plate. I think that's the first time a Mexican has sat right behind home plate.
Yeah,
ever at Dodger Stadium.
I know that there's been a few that have cleaned up that area, you know, throughout the years, but actually sat there, yeah, I think that's the first
cleaned
time,
up.
bro. And if you look at his smile, he knows it. He knows that he's a Rosa Parks of Mexicans right now. He knows that, right? That smile.
It's a cutout, but it's a start.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And then the thing was, dude, it was I think you had to pay like $300. I think you had to pay like $300.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
But I wonder if it was more expensive if you wanted to get closer than it was otherwise.
Okay, so I know it said up to 300, so I think that was like the premium ones. I think if you wanted to be in the pavilion, it was like $5 or some shit. So,
they paid you to be in the pavilion.
Exactly. So
they paid you and they sent you a pack of Dodger dogs.
No, he paid the 300, so they put him behind home plate and they put 5 of his cutouts in the pavilion as well. That was part of the package.
And Dodger Stadium like made them fight later on. They're like, just to make it the official Dodger Stadium experience.
Like a little fucking puppet show, bro. Just two guys are just battling it out.
There's the one with the crown with the little one like this. It just was punching out.
Fuck yeah, that's exactly what it was, bro.
They're like, it's just like a real life Dodger experience.
Exactly.
All the fucking cutouts are all fighting.
You got the announcers like, oh, they're going at it in the pavilions again. There it is.
There's 3 people hitting a beach ball.
Right. Bro. So
someone's getting the cardboard cutouts and pushing them up to make the wave.
Yeah, bro. Hey, that could be a job, man. That could be a job right there, because they're doing that. They're doing the fake crowd. I don't know if you've heard that. And during the games, they got the fake crowd going.
Yeah. It was the first time I ever seen a Giant not get booed in Dodger Stadium.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Did you? Speaking of which. I don't know if this is gonna happen, but this is my just a side note real quick on this is they started a GoFund for here I'll read you exactly what it is. They started a GoFund to fly a plane over Dodger Stadium with a banner during the Astros Dodger series, and it's gonna say. Houston cheats, bang bang. So that's and they've already raised the money, and the guy's like, oh, they said 4 passes, so the plane's gonna pass by 4 times for $2,000, and this dude's already at 2,600.
Dude, at the plane, it'd be like, actually, it's like 7,000. Like, you just start seeing up Dodger fans,
right? Exactly.
Like, how bad do you want to say they cheated?
No, but he said that though too. He's like, it's 2,000. I'm asking for 2,500 because they said the price may change. So yeah, as soon as they see this fucking story, it's gonna be like 10 racks. And that's it.
10 racks, and he's fucking bringing fucking product over from the cartel.
Exactly. And they're gonna just say like, you know what? FCC said we couldn't fly over the stadium or some shit, or whoever's in charge of it.
It's good that baseball's fucking back. It's fun. Like, why? It is a little weird seeing it with no crowd noise, and like, it's not as because like I saw the Angels. I think it was the Angels against the A's, and the guy hits a walk-off grand slam to win the game, and it was quiet. And you're used to seeing that shit, like everyone erupts and fucking getting
exactly. That's how it was. You know what? I noticed that with the first UFC fights that started rolling out. I was like, bro, this is weird. This is like, I don't know, like
it's the same.
They do.
They go
and I was like, bro, I've seen more ruckus like at a family gathering fight. You know what I mean? Like when the family gets down, like. I've seen more ruckus than those guys.
They're like fighting from East Los Angeles, weighing 200 plus pounds, Julio Ibarra, and it's just quiet.
Yeah, it's just super quiet.
It sounds like you suck.
Yeah. You know, I mean, come on, bro. You got to think that you're like, damn, maybe I do suck. Yeah, but yeah, that's my Chente of the week. Shout outs to Hector's cousin for making his dream come true and being behind home plate.
Cousin. Hopefully you get to keep those seats, but you're talking about fighting. That leads to my Chente of the week.
Okay,
which is
all right.
My Chente of the week is Virgil motherfucking Ortiz. Fucking Mexican prospect, boxer, welterweight. I don't think he's even a prospect anymore. He just fucking pulls up. Fucked up fucking Samuel Vargas. I know no one pays attention to boxing, but right now, this dude's going to bring that shit back. He's from San Antonio, Texas, Mexican that's just beating the shit out of everybody that he's fighting. He fought this dude, and he usually ends it in like 1 to 3 rounds early on. He's 16-0, 16 knockouts. He ended this one in 7. He didn't knock Vargas out, which is like, I give that dude props because he has a chin. He was just taking fucking shots, but he was beating the shit out of the dude to where it was like, yo, we got to end this thing. Even you can hear the ref go. The ref was even going like, "Yeah, I can't let you keep fighting." And he's like, "What? His face is all dismantled. He's like, "What? I could keep going." No.
Yeah, hey, that's the best. That's the best when they get upset like that, and they're like, "What? What do you want to do? Fight?" And like, yeah, fuck it. That's kind of what you're supposed to be doing here for the last 30 minutes.
We told you to do that for 6 rounds, and you haven't proved it.
Yeah. And all you've been doing is just letting this dude punch you in the face. Like that's
no. And what I like though, I'm a huge boxing fan. It's died out fucking for the most part, but dude, a lot of fucking good boxers, Mexican boxers, which I'm pumped up about, are coming back. He's one of them. Ryan Garcia's another one. Like everyone fucks with him, saying he's a pretty boy, but he's fucking people up.
Yeah.
My question, because I get, I'm a big boxing fan since I was a kid because my dad, we used to fucking watch the old fucking Chavez fights. And they were basically, back in the days, what it was is your pops and his friends would buy the fight. They'd all be rowdied up drinking. Someone would start doing coke in the bathroom.
and back then, it's not like how it is now where, I don't know, man. It just seems like now people just order the pay-per-view. Like say you could order it and then I could order it, right? Like we just both ordered it and that's it. But back then it was like, nah, I'm not gonna pay no fucking, whatever it was back then,
No,
but
it was a group. It was a group thing.
It was always a group thing. Always. So
like we're all pitching in. We're all going in. Like our wives can go where the fuck they want to go.
Yeah.
Like you give them the excuse. Go to fucking strip club. I don't care. Fucking. We're all gonna hang out. And we're gonna watch this shit, and at that time back in the day, it was like the pay-per-view was $30.
Yeah.
But your dad's like $30.
Yeah, it was a big ass deal, but it was $30. Yeah.
But they split it between 10 people, so it's like, all right, I got $3 on it.
Hey, and then I mean, I just thought about this. You remember those TVs back then? There were some bullshit ass TVs.
Yeah, they're all, dude. I remember the one we used to go to my cousin Fidel's house, and when we used to go, you'd have it on, like, no joke, like maybe a 20-inch TV.
Yeah, exactly. Which was a dope TV back then, but it's like, you know, because I've been to people's houses now where it'll be like, say, I don't know, let's just say 20 people, and the dude will have a 60-inch TV. Right, like 60-inch, pretty average TV now, you know, more or less, and like a living room TV, and even then, you're in the living room and you're like, man, I can't even see right in this corner, you know, or whatever it is, and it's like, bro, so imagine that
high definition.
Exactly. You're like, dude, you don't want to spend the extra $10 for the high def. What the fuck are we, you know, savages? And you're like, come on. So imagine back then, like 10 guys, and then you got that 20-inch. Yeah, I don't even know. And then the cameras weren't even great. But what it was is, here's what it was. Like, because I watch a lot of the old school boxing. I went back and watched, dude. It's because everyone gets pumped up off the Rocky fights, like fights that are like Rocky. Dude, fucking Mexicans back in the day were just brawlers. Yeah, no, like they still are. They still are to this day, man. If you hear, that's why you hear Triple G say it all the time when he says Mexican style, you know, because he knows that. Yeah. That's what that's all about.
Dude, Leo Santa Cruz is like a fucking rock'em sock'em robot. Like,
Santa Cruz will he'll put in work, bro. He will put in work.
Real quick question I want to ask you real quick. Who are your top 5 Mexican boxers? I know this isn't a fucking sports podcast, but I just want to know. Who are your top 5 Mexican boxers?
You know what, man? It's gonna be hard to name.
Just off the top
5. Just off the top, man. Just off the top, and then, you know, in no specific order, just throwing them out there. You just mentioned Santa Cruz, so definitely Santa Cruz is one of them. Chavez Senior, of course, not fucking Junior that walks around with stilettos.
I took off my hat. My hair's blonde.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you know, you got, and you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to go with all the old school guys, bro. To be honest, there's a lot of good guys now, but just Santa Cruz will be a new guy.
Chavez, you said.
Yeah, Chavez, Morales is gonna be one of them too. Man, who else? Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank, bro. Who do you got? I know you probably got. Because I know you keep names. You keep names on the tip of your tongue when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to
dude, I follow this shit. All right, so I follow this shit a lot. Is one thing I'm very passionate about. So we're gonna go on the list. Number 5, my dad. I remember when I was little, we'd be at bars and someone disrespect. My pop used to push it.
Yeah. Wait, you used to be at bars with your dad?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Dude, the ultimate. Hey, I wouldn't go to the late night bars.
Your dad loves you.
Late night bars. Yeah, right. It's how I got so good at video games. I could beat Asians. That's how good I got. You didn't know what else to do.
Fuck. So you're that guy. You're that guy at Street Fighter, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would be the ringer that came in. So my pops, number 5. He never took a boxing class, but I see him get down. Number 4, I take Canelo. Like, a lot of people hate on him, but that fool put in work, and that fool fool's done what he's done. He's been one of the better ones.
Yeah,
he's not a rock'em sock'em, but he's actually really, really good.
But you know what? He was, though. He was at the beginning. He was a rock'em sock'em. He was,
but then after he fought Mayweather was like, oh shit, you can dodge punches to fuck people up.
And that's why a lot of people will. You know, with the Triple G fights, they'll say, "Oh, he ran," or so and so ran, or whatever it was. But you could see early Canelo to this Canelo, like you said, even before Mayweather. But during the Mayweather fight, he was just a fridge. Canelo was a big ass fridge who used to just come forward. You know, no angles, nothing, no defense, his defense, it was non-existent.
If he was at Saddle Ranch, he'd come straight at you. He wouldn't come from behind the fucking bar and go like that.
Exactly. He wouldn't do the blind haymaker out of nowhere.
Dude, bars in LA is where I learned fucking angles from. I got punched a couple times. I go, where the fuck did that punch come from?
But you know what though? You know what? That's from people just randomly just liking to fight in LA. So they just throw punches even though they have nothing to do with the fight. You know, there's just, you know, that's actually one of my buddies who does that, bro. One of my buddies, I remember there was a fight that broke out and people started throwing chairs. So I was like, all right, man, people are throwing chairs. Next thing you know, they start throwing bottles. I was like, I don't want to get hit with a fucking random ass bottle. So I'm like, hey, bro, let's go. I was like, I tell my buddy, right? I'm like, hey, let's go. He goes, okay. But let me just punch somebody real quick. And I'm like, what? And then, so I say, what? And this dude punched somebody randomly. And he goes, okay, we can go. Like nonchalant. And I'm like, okay, you know. Man.
People like that.
Yeah. No. And then after that, so that was the first time that happened. After that, I would notice it. Fights would break out. And I'm like, all right, where is he? I would find him in the room. And then he would just have his fist ready. He was just waiting. Like he would kind of give him he would kind of be kind of giving him a chance, I guess, because he would wait for somebody to bump into him, even though they might have been shoved. Even they could have been shoved into him or whatever it was, and then he would swing on him. And it's like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Alone, or he would wait till a fight broke out and then find the person?
No. So he would wait for a fight to break out, and then like there's people who are just kind of looking at the fight. So if somebody would get shoved into him, he would just hit him. Like that was his thing, bro. Like, and then he would always blame it. He would always blame it on whatever alcohol he was drinking that night. He would tell me, would be like, for example, like that night. No. So he would say some shit like that. He'd be like, man, he goes, you know how I get when I drink vodka? And I'm like, yeah, the same way you get when you drink tequila, motherfucker. Like, that's the same thing. Like, but he would try to tell me like it was my fault because I let him drink vodka. Like, what the fuck? You know?
So this is on you, Julio. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know? So you Julio, you could have avoided this whole situation. And you know,
if you would have got me a pineapple vodka.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, bro, like I picked you up and that's what you were drinking. Like, you know, like I didn't get you anything, but yeah, man, that's LA bars and fights.
That's LA here, bars and fucking there, every single spot. But finishing up, my fucking number three was De La Hoya. Dude, and he would have been number 2, but the stockings and the fucking and the weirdness made him drop down on my list.
What about though his interviews where he's just all coked out recently? Does that put him back up?
That's why he's at 3 and not 4.
Oh fuck! Okay.
He was just going around. He's like, "Yo, I got a great business idea."
Yeah, no, and I don't know if you noticed how during these fights he's promoting like I forget the name of the insurance company, bro. It's like some bullshit ass insurance. What is it like? The General, but like the Mexican version. It's like it's not Adriana's insurance, but it's something like it, bro. Like what is it, bro? I can't remember. Either way, I'm like
El Jefe insurance.
El Jefe insurance, to where you're like, you know that was just some coke deal, fucking that was tied in somehow. You know, like he owes that guy a favor, you know, or that's his connects cousin or some shit. Like, yeah, bro.
He spotted him $5,000.
exactly, bro. He's
like, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. Just put that on.
Yeah, exactly. It's random. They're giving him shit because he can't have that on there, but he's like, fuck it, do it. Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Chavez Senior.
Chavez Senior. Chavez Junior better not be number 1.
Dude,
Chavez Junior.
You want to know number 1?
Who's number 1?
Number 1? I'm going to drum roll. Number 1? Chente, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
You forgot. Chente is
number 1. I forgot Chente was number 1. I forgot Chente was a boxer, bro.
Chente's a boxer. He's a fucking athlete. Chente does everything.
Hell yeah, bro. Chente's the only dude who's won gold medals in every Olympic fucking sport. Everything.
Everything. Every gold medal fucking goes straight to Chente automatically.
They're
fighting for the silver.
How do you think he makes those fucking gold charro suits, bro? He's fucking those are gold medals right there. He melts those shit down. They gotta melt them down, exactly, bro.
Dude, when you box Chente, imagine the fucking press conference. He's not even talking. He's just singing. You're like, fuck. You're gonna put your head down. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, bro. You can't. If a guy's singing to you before he's gonna fight you, like that's He
fights you, knocks up your wife, and takes your horse. And if you like don't have a horse, he buys you a horse and then he takes it.
And exactly. No, it's like the dude. It's like the dude that you punch and smiles, and you're like, shit. At that point, like you've made a mistake. This dude.
All right, man. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Julio, do you have any where can we catch you at?
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Chancla 323. Facebook is coming soon, but we got to clear that with the PO as well. So
you can follow me. For me, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Ryan Hernandez or Ryan H Comedy. Either one of those two will get you fucking access. And for you guys that love us, fucking follow our Instagram, which is fucking Chancla Pod. Follow our Twitter, which is Chancla Pod, and follow our YouTube page, which is the Chancla Chronicles Podcast. You can see it on there. We post that shit online consistently. Also, we have a Facebook fan page, which is same name, Chancla Chronicles Podcast. Check that out. We're putting a lot of shit out. We have fucking a lot of giveaways and stuff that's coming up. That's pretty dope. This is the first episode officially dropped. We've done a couple other ones, but this is the first this is the cherry popper right here. You guys are fucking dope. You guys have been waiting for this.
There it is.
We appreciate all the love. Hey,
we had to wait for the podcast to be 18, so everything was everything was legal. Exactly. So so thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening and joining in on the fun.
Email us at chanclaschroniclespod@gmail.com. I'll put that shit up on the page. Any suggestions, anything you want to talk about, or even a shout out. Early on, I'm be honest with you guys, the shout outs are going to be free. They're going to cost something later, but early on they're free. But you're fucking in the LA area, fucking give us a shout out. We'll fucking shout out you, whatever fucking party crew you want us to fucking throw out.
Exactly.
We're all good. But Julio, anything you guys want to add?
Nah, man, that's it. I just want to thank everybody again for listening and showing us love, and we look forward to doing it again.
For sure, man. But fucking let us know what you guys think. Hit us up. This is going to be some dope ass shit. Talk to you guys later. Peace.